right, hey everybody, welcome to your January and February injury prevention workout. There is a lot of good movements in this workout, so we're going to have you guys do this one consistently for the next rest of January and rest of February. So I have Jake here to help me demo the exercises. Say hi, Coach Jake.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so first thing we are going to do, an old familiar exercise, we're going to be doing scapular retractions. We're going to do 12 of them. So go ahead and demo what a scapular retraction is. You are keeping your arms up in the air, making sure that you are bringing your shoulder blades together. So we're doing that for 12 times. Go ahead and turn around, Jake, so that everybody can see. You want those scaps to come all the way back, and just make sure that these shoulders aren't bunching up, so relax that. A little bit there, yeah. So there you go, 12 scapular retractions. Next is a bit of a new exercise. We may have done this in an earlier, but we're gonna be doing seated elbow to knee hand raises. So here's what this is gonna look like. Go ahead and take a seat on the ground. I'll sit down with you, Jake. We're gonna put one knee up and the other hand is gonna support us on the side. You're gonna put your elbow on your knee. Now, this is a great exercise if you have like a dumbbell at home to add. I wouldn't go above about 5 pounds or so because this is gonna be a newer exercise and your shoulder might not be ready for a ton of weight on this. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna lower our hand down and then we're going to raise it up. And one thing that we need to be careful of here is we don't want our whole shoulder rotating in all of the way. We really want to make sure that it stays nice and stable. And Jake is actually doing a really great job of demonstrating that. You will see rotation in the shoulder, but as long as we're not falling out of our nice posture here, that's going to be good to go. So that is going to be 12 on each side. Next exercise we're going to do is called thumbs to thumbs. So go ahead and lie on the ground like you would if you were doing eyes, Y's, and T's. You're going to start with your thumbs together behind your back, just over your lower back or your hips. Next, you're going to bring your thumbs around, up like you're swimming, flip the palms so the thumbs face each other in the front, and then bring them back. So those hands are going to flip halfway around. We're doing thumbs to thumbs. So one time up, go ahead again, Jake, and then back is going to be 1 rep. So we're going to be doing that 12 times together. Go ahead and stand up, Jake. Thank you very much. Our next exercise is actually, never mind, get back down. I forgot what the next one was. Is going to be push-ups with a shoulder tap. We're going to be doing 8 of these. So go ahead and do a push-up and then tap each shoulder. And try to keep that tap, go ahead, nice and slow, and keep those hips nice and stable by tightening your core. One more time for the people at home. Excellent. Okay, now we're moving on to the leg portion of the workout. What we're going to be doing is called tabletops with a heel tap. So you guys are going to get into a tabletop position, and Jake, why don't you actually come this way so we can see the camera. Now notice Jake's hands are not facing forward. Sometimes we have them facing our toes when we do tabletops in class. You can just have them out to the side. So you're going to start in a tabletop, and then you're going to extend your feet to do a heel tap. Heel tap, bring them back, and then push the hips up. Pushing the hips up is really important to make sure we're keeping the hamstrings and glutes engaged throughout the entire thing. So do that one more time, Jake. Probably like 2 more times realistically. Good. We're going to do this 12 times through. Always making sure that we push those hips up. Good. Next, stand on up. We're going to be doing single leg Romanian deadlifts. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand on one foot. You're going to extend the other leg out behind you. Little bit of a bend to the leg that we're standing on. And then we're going to drop the chest to the ground. Go ahead.
Would you like me to stand
Yeah, you can do that. And we're going to keep the back super straight. And you can stand back up. And try to get even a little bit deeper into that, Jake. Get that chest as far close to the ground as you can, and then stand on back up. So we really want to focus on the hinge coming from the standing leg. So Candace, go ahead and turn the camera to me real quick. So you really want to make sure we're getting nice and deep into this. So Jake showed you a good basis for the movement. I want to see your guys' chest getting all the way down here, and then standing all the way back up. And again, focus on making the hinge coming from your hip. So we're not bending down with our chests like this, okay? Back stays totally straight, down, and up, and try to keep your balance. Okay. All right, next we're gonna be doing what's called some upright kneeling hip flexor rotations. So go ahead and get down onto the ground. Now for this exercise, ninjas, you can have a box next to you to help you keep your balance. So you can put one arm on the box, shift your weight over to the leg that is closest to the box so that you can lift up this outside leg. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing almost, I think these are called fire hydrants from a hands and knees position. We're going to lift this leg all the way up, this knee all the way up out to the side, and we're going to rotate it around to the front, and then we're going to pick it back up and bring it back around. Go ahead and do that, Jake. Try to keep your back nice and straight so we're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to be doing this 8 times on each side. If you want an extra challenge, try to do it without the box. That one's pretty fun. Finally, after that one, we just have a 60-second high plank. Let's demo high plank form. If you guys don't want to do a plank, we do it in class a lot. Make sure that your core is nice and tight, your back stays nice and straight, and we're going to keep that plank for 60 seconds. All right, keep on going. So ninjas, that is the end of the exercise portion. Next, we are going to move into our stretch portion. Make sure you do the exercises 2 times through. Now, for our stretch. For your stretch, if you have a resistance band at home, use it. If you don't, you can grab a towel and that will work just fine. So Jake, why don't you go ahead and go right here. So the first thing we're going to be doing is some hamstring stretches. So you're going to want to lie flat on your back and put your knees up in the air. With your resistance band or your towel, go ahead and raise one leg up and put the band around your foot. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to straighten this leg while holding onto the towel or band. So make sure that leg is super straight. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds, relax the head down to the ground. If you can, in that 30 seconds, pull your foot a little bit closer to your chest while keeping your leg straight. That's the important part. That's awesome, that's what we want to go for. But if not, we can just hold it right here and keep the leg nice and straight. Next part of this stretch, this is a 3-part stretch. Bend your knees slightly and pull your quad just back towards your chest, okay? So here, you're gonna wanna try to go for like a 45-degree angle with the leg going into the chest, but if not, just bend it slightly and keep a nice bit of tension on the band or towel. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds before going into the final portion of this exercise, where you're gonna bend the leg all the way and pull that knee into the chest as much as you can. That's gonna get a nice deep hamstring stretch going for you. Excellent mobility there, Jake. We're gonna hold this one for 30 seconds as well. Do this on both sides. Okay, next, go ahead and stand up. Keep the band with you for this one. So go ahead and hold the band across your waist and then bend down and crouch to the ground. And put your fingertips on the ground. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stand up. Feet should be about hip distance apart. Go ahead and stand up, Jake, keeping your fingers on the ground. Now, Jake is only gonna stand up as much as he can without letting the towel or the band fall out from between his waist and his thighs. You're still gonna feel a really great hamstring stretch here. And what I want you to do is hold this for 20 seconds and then drop back down. Drop back down. Yep. Then I want you to go up again for another 20 seconds, and we're gonna repeat this 3 times. Okay. Next, back down to the ground, without the band. Without the band. Next, we're gonna be doing a cat-cow stretch. This one's pretty familiar to all of you, so you're gonna go onto your hands and your knees. As you inhale or exhale, you're going to arch the back, pushing those shoulders down and the middle of your back up. And then when you exhale or inhale, whatever is the reverse of what you first did, you're gonna drop the spine down into a nice C curve, nice full extension. And so I want you guys to do this 12 times back and forth on this one. All right, finally, actually there's 3 more, so not finally. We're gonna be doing our child's pose stretch. So from hands and knees, it's actually an upright child's pose, I'll call it. So from your hands and knees, you're gonna start to walk your hands forward until you get about when you get your forearms on the ground. Then we're gonna push the shoulders down into the floor. I want you guys to hold this for 30 seconds. And then what I want you to do is push your elbows down, bring your hands up over your head and put your hands together in a praying or thank you position, as the emoji says. We're gonna hold this one for 30 seconds, really focusing on the stretch that's happening through your triceps and into your lats. So finally, this is Jake's favorite stretch. We're gonna do the wall pec stretch. So go ahead and go over to this wall right here. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. And then what I want you to do is push your elbows down, bring your hands up over your head and put your hands together in a praying or thank you position, as the emoji says. We're gonna hold this one for 30 seconds, really focusing on the stretch that's happening through your triceps and into your lats. So finally, this is Jake's favorite stretch. We're gonna do the wall pec stretch. So go ahead and go over to this wall right here. And then you can sneak right there. So you're gonna put one hand flat on the wall, and actually, Jake, do the other hand so you can face the camera. So make sure that your fingertips are facing away or facing towards the direction that your hand is. So for example, Jake's left hand is on the wall, his fingers are facing to the left with his palm pressed into the wall. You're gonna stand, perpendicular to the wall or at a 90-degree angle, and then you can rotate your feet or rotate your body so that you feel a stretch going across the chest and across the arms. Hold this for 30 seconds and then switch sides. And that is the end of your injury prevention workout for January and February. 2 times a week, ninjas. I'm watching.